Welcome back. On this episode of PFDAuto, we're going to start fabbing some engine mounts. Really like to go with the machined aluminum, but that's going to take a really long time. I think I'm going to have to eventually if I'm going to incorporate some sort of AC compressor. For now, I got some plates. Found a company called FabBot online for 85 bucks. They shipped me 2 plates. Just bolt up to the side of the engine. The nice part about that, there's some spacing that you have to deal with. That's a little tough to figure out for somebody like me. But now, all that's done. The other thing is it comes with a bunch of different width and length bolts that I would have had to try over and over again. And now, I've got them. So we're going to get these plates put on the engine. We're going to get the end points, the actual mounts, set up in the car. And then we're going to cut up some sheet metal and make them connect. So stay tuned. I got the plates all put in. They worked out pretty good. This one lines up pretty nice. Now I just have to get from here to here. That's going to be a pretty steep angle, but I think it should work out just fine. Now the other side's a little bit different story. The plate goes way back up underneath. So I have to go from here up and over to here. That's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. But I think we'll be able to make it work. I've got plenty of room here to attach my point and bring it over to here. Now this bolt you might notice is missing. I must have sprayed some paint in here or something. I'll run a tap through there and clean that up. That won't be a big deal, and it's not gonna move them out, obviously, at all, because I got all the other bolts in there. So now we're gonna get some cardboard out, I think, and start figuring out how we're gonna connect these two pieces. Double checked everything. Transmission's in the middle of the tunnel, even though it doesn't have the mount on it just yet. The engine looks good forward to back. I checked my steering clearance again. It's all dialed in. My clearance underneath the pan is right where I need it to be. I mean, it's close, but it's good. So now I got to start figuring out how I'm going to get from around here up and over to here. I think I'm going to make some tabs at 1/4 to go on to here, just so I have some solid mounts, because all of this is 3/16. The metal I have for the mounts is also 3/16. And I mean, I can squish them together, do 2 thick. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do there. But I think what we need to start with is coming up from the bottom somewhere here, coming across to here-ish, so we can get the height. And then we'll have to make another piece that comes up and out. We might have to come over like a box. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to try a couple things and then we'll cut up some steel. So our plate all the way across at the bottom is roughly 4 inches. So I think I'd like to start with a piece that's about 3 inches wide. So I got to be above these bolts. I want to leave room to come up that way. So maybe we do 2.5 inches. Start with a big old base. Maybe even we do 2 inches to allow for our gaps on the side. Let's split the difference. Let's do 2.5. I need to make a line. I need to decide where on this plate we're going to start. And we're going to have to build everything off of that. I think our line is just going to go right above these bolts. So I have plenty of room no matter what I do to get these bolts in. So I think I'm going to pull this plate off and I'm going to make me a little square. And that's where we're going to base everything off of. So what I did is I went over and grabbed a level. It doesn't look like it, but these lines are parallel to the ground. So when this plate's in here like this, it should be fairly level. I left enough room to get my bolts in. So we're going to bolt this back up and we're going to base everything off of inside this square. Now, I can come straight up, it doesn't matter, but I can't really go outside of here and go across like this up to a certain point. But I think everything kind of needs to land here in this. Now, I guess what I should do is do a line here, make sure I don't get into that bolt. So I'll do that, and then I'll bolt it back up, and then we'll see where we're at.
The next day.
Well, it's a new day here. After about 3 hours yesterday of coming up with this piece of scrap metal, decided to change directions. Instead of having multiple breaks, I'm just going to do one piece that comes straight off and has one break at the top. I didn't come up with that idea. I follow some people on Instagram that are doing similar things. So I came up with this instead. I'd show you the whole thing, but I'd probably get demonetized. So I'm going to trace this out, cut it up, see if it does better than the way more complicated piece that didn't end up working. Took way longer than it should have. I've got my first piece cut. You can see it actually sits right with the mount. Sits up against there. The plate, that is. So I think that one is good. My next one, gonna match the angle. It looks like it's not level, but it's level to the ground. I think I'm going to come in something like that. Maybe cut it here. Have it overlap just a little bit, but not where the bolt is. And then I'll fill in these holes on both sides. And I think that should be more than strong enough for what we're doing here. So that's the plan.
The next day.
Well, it's a new day here at PFDAuto, and we're going to keep on trying to make these mounts. Now, last time, I think I showed you the piece that I made. I tried to make another piece to go on top, so we're going to have kind of this shape. This piece, I cut it the wrong angle. Tried to cut another piece, I cut it too far back. I decided I was making silly mistakes and I just needed to stop. So we're going to continue down that path, see how far we get. Went to Lowe's today. Picked up one of these fancy cutting wheels that's made out of metal. It says here it'll do 1,000 cuts. I was getting, I don't know, less than 10 out of the regular cutoff wheel. So we're going to give it a try. See if it's worth anything. Also got me a HP. This one's 40 grit. Maybe it'll get this rust off. Might even get that paint off the other side. And if our fancy metal wheel doesn't work, about 15 more cutoff wheels, because who knows how long this is going to take me. Anyways, we're going to try to make that top piece today. See if we can't finish up at least the passenger side mount. Hopefully we can get over to that driver's side and start working on it too. But we're just going to have to see how that goes. Well, it works, but it's slow, and I think I've knocked all the diamond off of it already. I'm sure as soon as I hit one of these edges, it just popped off. But we're going to keep cutting. See what happens. Well, I'll tell you after 2 cuts, well, 1.5 cuts, this thing is slow as molasses. There's hardly any diamond left on it. I'm not even sure it's going to make it through this plate. I'm halfway through, maybe. I ain't got all day. So I'm going to maybe finish this up. But man, it's making this metal hot as all get out also. Might even melt my table. And then we're going to compare. We're going to throw a cutoff disc on it. Or cutoff wheel with regular old run-of-the-mill, dusty old, wear down fast cutoff disc. See what the difference is. We're not even going to get that far. I'm done with this thing. I think I'm going to stick with my standard cutoff wheels. Cuts twice as fast. Didn't even get through much of this disc. Chopped right through this guy. Oh yeah, you like my new glasses? Keeps me from melting the other ones. Of course, I already melted these ones too. Got the warranty though, so. Anyways, we're going to clean this up a little bit. First, we're going to put our score mark in so we can bend it. Now, this is where I messed up last time. But I've got the old piece here. It isn't nearly as hot. Jeez. And I marked it where it needs to be scored at, because the idea is this has got to lay down on top of that other piece that we made. So I'm going to mark this guy out with hopefully the correct lines. Hopefully break it in the right direction. Then we should have a second part to start shaping. Alright, well, we've got our first piece here. We've got our new piece. I managed to break it the right direction this time. I think it's cut to the correct length. And I put a hole in it. The main reason I put a hole in it is I need to make sure that this gap is correct. Sure doesn't look like much, but these two pieces together, with any kind of brace in between it, it's going to be more than I need to actually hold up that engine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out to the car. I'm going to bolt it up. And see if these edges actually touch. See if things line up. If that works out, I'm going to finish cutting this plate off where I've got it marked. Then I'm probably going to see if I can line them up a little bit better. Maybe just clamp the end down. Maybe just bolt it together. And just clean the edges up so they'll match up together. That'll be a miracle, honestly. If I can get this close, I'll be pretty happy. Well, I got a piece cut for the other side to mount to the top. I decided not to go all the way over the top because it became just really heavy. I'll show you that in a little bit. I'm gonna set that up for Nicholas to hopefully weld together, and then we'll figure out how to fill it in. He's way better at that than I am, so I'm leaving that to the pros. Got my next piece. Basically the same thing. I'm gonna do a piece that comes up from the mount, hits the top of the rubber mount, and then we'll build another piece from here off to the plate. Then we'll fill in the gaps. It's the best thing I can come up with. Hopefully it works. We're going to cut this piece out, fold it over, drill a hole in it, see where we're at. So after hours and hours of toiling and not really know what I'm doing, yeah, I know I've made that point, but it's become abundantly clear to me that I really don't know what I'm doing. We've got this piece made up. Now this piece should weld to there. We'll weld it across here in this cut that I made and make it nice and strong. I'm not sure if we're going to put a gap in here. Once I get the fabricators out here to tack this stuff up, then we'll decide whether or not we need that. I think with the thickness of plate and width that I've got here, that's going to be strong enough. Still needs a little cleaning up, but all in all, I think we're there on this side. Everything bolts up nice and get all the bolts out. should be good to go. Here's another one of those things that you don't think about until you start building stuff. Had this great idea about making this mount very similar to the other side. And I can't get that bolt in. Not even if I took the top bolt out. The way I've got this built and where that sits, that bolt's not going in there. And that's a real big problem. So yeah, I've got the other side set up. I double checked it. It is good to go. I can have him come over, weld that one up. But this one, I'm glad I didn't have it welded up because there ain't no fixing that. What I'm going to have to do is come over the top and come this way, I think. And then I could get, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that with this mount. With that bolt there. I'd hate to not run this bolt. Maybe I can find a slightly shorter one. But I mean, even if we take this piece out, see if I can do this with one hand and not drop everything. This bolt comes right over the top of my mount. And that's the only way I can get it in. And if I have the mount welded to the plate, that ain't gonna cut it. Well, here we are again, getting dark, taking steps backwards on metal fabrication. I knew this wasn't going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard. I've got a good 8 hours into this side, which works just fine. Once that's welded up, we'll be good to go. I've got a few hours into this side too, and it ain't going to work for nothing. Not quite sure what I'm going to do, but that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to have to do some serious thinking about that. Might have to go with a different mount, the actual rubber piece altogether, something shorter. They've got to match, which means that if I do that, everything I did on that side is for naught. So I'm going to do some serious thinking. I'm going to look at what other options I have. Maybe see if I can get a bolt that's a little bit shorter. Not even sure I really need all of them, but I'm pretty sure it would be a good idea to have them. I do know that threads in pretty far. So, like I said, maybe I can get a shorter bolt. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look around. Either way, that's going to do it for today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have any ideas for me, I would love to hear them. Please drop them in the comments. If you're a professional fabricator and you can see what my brain won't see, I would love to know it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. We'll see you next time on PFDAuto.